Well, hey, my friend. Welcome to Bloggers on Fire, the go-to podcast for bloggers who want to grow and monetize their blog. I'm so excited you're here. I'm your host, Melanie Ferguson. Well, hey there. Welcome back to the podcast. This week, I wanted to chat a little bit about something a little less technical and more close to home. And I titled it, What's Your Business Problem? Because I think a lot of us struggle with excuses when it comes to making money in our business. And I just want to let you know this episode is really for my listeners out there who like that's a capital have to make money. All right. I know a lot of people do blogging and social media on the side or in addition to a spouse's income, but I'm really tuning into my listeners who are like me. We are the sole breadwinners and we have to make an income with our business. So, getting back to the question, what is your business problem? A lot of times we sit here and we have more month than we have money, and we just sit and we waller and we're like, where did all the money go? Why hasn't my business made money? How much money am I losing by not doing certain things? And I just want to tell you that it's very normal and very common to have this problem. The answer to your money problem, your income problem, your business problem is excuses. It really boils down to excuses. And I know people have real legitimate issues in life, and I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about the normal excuses, like sick kiddos, or we've been out of town for vacation. I didn't have time to do this or that. Or I have family coming in town and I can't work when there's family here. Or we've had weddings and birthdays. You know the drill. It just all sorts of excuses. And I want you to know that excuses just mean we don't want it badly enough. We don't want it badly enough. Because I promise you, if you are a true entrepreneur, you didn't get there by just sitting back and taking what was given to you. You went out and took what you wanted. And when you wanted something, you made it happen. No one else, you. So, what is it in your business that you do not want bad enough? What is it in your business that you are not taking? What excuses are you making up to cover up for the fact that you are um, not doing what it is that you need to do for your business to prosper? So I feel like a lot of times we spend a lot of time what we call on our business, but we're really just choosing what we want to spend our time on in our business, whether that is scrolling, calling it research, whether it is working on, cleaning out our emails, which is not money-making activities, but then we can still say that we worked and just never got to the other things. And I want us to turn that around. Instead of just choosing what we want to work on because we are entrepreneurs and we work for ourselves and gosh darn it, we can do whatever we want, I want you to start telling yourself what you're going to do. And that's going to require you to sit back and look at your business and see what are the money making things that have to happen for you to get a paycheck. If A happens, B is what will pay me, right? Like, so if I do A, then produces a paycheck. So once you figure out those things, those are going to be your non-negotiables. And that is going to be the things that you do no matter what. And for me this season, it has been publishing new content at least once a week and pinning on Pinterest, which surprisingly has been taking me way longer than I would like. But I am convinced that the more I pin, and we're talking creating pins from scratch, including research and all the things, um, will get faster as I pin more, I'm hoping. I'm hoping because I cannot feel like it's gonna be something that takes 2 hours a day. But those are my non-negotiables. There are a lot of other things in my business that make me money that I feel like are super important, but not as important as publishing content on my blogs and penning that content to get it out there. So, what are your non-negotiables? And, when it comes to excuses, I also think there are things in life that are real. Like, I'm really having company come into town later this week, and I know from past experience, I'm not gonna get a lot done. I'm not because when I work from home, everyone looks at me like, "What are you doing? Why are you working? We're sitting here ready to go do stuff." So, the realistic part is I'm gonna have to work in the margins. I'm gonna have to either get ahead, or I'm gonna have to get up early. Hello, we can always get up early. Again, you may not want to, but you may want a business where you work for yourself. So you may have to choose to get up early, or stay up late. Those are the choices. And I cannot tell you the number of times that every single person in my household has gone to bed and I have stayed up and worked and gotten things done that I knew had to be done in order to move the needle in my business. So I'm not saying that to pat myself on the back. I'm just telling you and to encourage you that you can find the margins. You will find the margins on the things that are the most important to you. If you are staying up after everyone else is asleep and scrolling, you could be accomplishing the couple of things that are going to move the needle in your business. And truly, if you find it hard to find the margins or, really hunker down and do those non-negotiables, I want you to actually uh, dig deep, to do the hard work, figure out why you're avoiding those things. Because honestly, that's what you're doing. When you refuse to work on the things that you know are important in your business, you're avoiding them for a reason. I want you to figure out what that is, why that is, and then fix it. It's not going to be difficult to figure out what it is, but I want you to fix it. That's the difficult part. And it's a journey. So you may have to go talk to someone. You may have to read some books. You may have to do a little self help podcasts, things that will help you dig yourself out of that avoidance and get you back into the game. All right. And the last little tip I would give you for what's your business problem is to write down what you want to see happen. Whether that's, and I'm not going to call it goals, but just what you want to see happen in your business. If it's just that week, I want you to write that down. I'm a huge proponent of sticky notes. I always talk about my sticky notes and how much I love them. I have little ones, I have big ones, I have them in neon colors, I have them in every color, and I have them pretty much all over my planner and all over my desks, all over my to do list. And I'm a huge, huge backer of what you write down happens. What you write down happens. And it may not happen that day. And it may not happen that week. But at some point, what you write down happens. And I will tell you that I go back to these sticky notes that are I'm sitting here looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 sticky notes on this 1 week in front of me. And I will be picking up, it's just so fun to pick them up and toss the ones that happened, right? So write down what you need to have happen so that it will um, manifest and happen for you. So, my friend, if you struggle like I do with making your business top priority throughout your day. And I don't mean just, oh, yeah, I scrolled and I, you know, saved the trending sounds and music. Oh, I opened a few emails and deleted some other ones. That is not things that will be moving the needle in your business to make the money. I want you to get those top 1, 2, or 3 things that you know have to happen for you to see a paycheck and put them at the front of every single day. And your day may not start till 3 in the afternoon. Your day may not start till every single person goes to bed. But once that day starts and you decide, hey, I'm going to sit my butt down and do a little bit of work, it better be those top 1, 2, or 3 things that you know have to be done. And I want you to want them bad enough. That's why you're in business for yourself. Want them bad enough to do them. If you do not want them bad enough, I want you to sit down and figure out why. Why are you avoiding doing the things that you know will make you money? And sometimes that's a money mindset problem. We all have it. I struggle with it immensely. Immensely. So I hope this was helpful. I know it's a little bit different twist on my typical content, but I felt like it needed to be addressed, especially at this time of year as we're heading into fourth quarter. Things are going to get super duper busy with family and obligations and just the whole season of it all. And I don't want you to lose sight of the things that make you money. And if you can get into a rhythm of taking care of those things first, I think it will help you. All right, my friend, until next time, stay creative.